alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the gun, running back on the move. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Looking to throw, it's Hurley. Trying to get to it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Oh, you know. When the defense gets that stop on 3rd down, fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They go to the ground, fighting off the defender. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Auburn.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Hurley. Looking for a deep man. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown LSU! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-round, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so they're not able to get back deep enough. They get run by, he makes the catch, and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top because this guy's speed is a problem.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Returner goes out.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. From the gun, give on the inside. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. And you can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day, but right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force-feed this guy the football and let him go to work.
He finds his man. Still on his feet at the 45. Afterburner's coming. Touchdown, Tigers. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep it.
And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll be brought
A little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
Gonna run it. It's Durham. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3.
At the 32-yard line. Now, 4th down.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Makes a move. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to team?
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Coming after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. And it just seems like there's a little more oomph in a hit like that in a rivalry game, David.
Man, yeah, and you have to love it in these rivalry games when you get those big licks. And, Jesse, you make a statement. You make a point.
Yeah, you're right, David. I mean, I just feel like in rivalry games, everybody's playing a little bit faster. And I feel like the hits just hurt a little bit more. Your physical toughness will be challenged in rivalry games like this.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Auburn.
Auburn trying to convert on fourth down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Needing a conversion, Auburn comes to the line on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Yeah, just such elite playmakers usually, just such speed. And listen, when you're a defense, speed kills. And LSU, no matter who plays quarterback, they always got dudes that can fly out wide that absolutely scary.
We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You've got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Paul.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. The Tigers are flying down the field. Handoff from the shotgun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line going to have to do a lot better job, giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Quarterback checking the play. To the air. It's Hurley. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
What a beautiful sight. And not only are we big and strong and powerful and athletic, you can just have unbelievable hands to the mix, because we can catch a football too, just like those little DBs, create turnovers, force interceptions. Let's go.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Got it in the middle. It's Alexander. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Gets it out quickly. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. Auburn hopes to get War Eagle flying in this red zone trip. Now they'll run it to the right here. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Man, that's frustrating for a defense. You had him in 3rd down. You had him in a predictable situation. Try to go capitalize on it. What does he do? Pulls that rabbit out of the hat, scrambles around, now puts him right inside the 5-yard line in scoring position. You got to bow your necks. You better get ready for the next play.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia Tech will need to mount a comeback, but those fans that were there when Calvin Johnson was a two-time All-American know this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Florida State. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll take the deep shot. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Auburn.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Give to the running back. Sticking with the running game and finding enough space to get 8, it leaves them with a 4th and 2. A couple of yards shy of the 1st down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. And the Tigers are in the hurry-up. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Looking for an open area to his left. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
These corners backing off a bit. Pocket starts to collapse. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the 1st half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this 2nd half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yep.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the 2nd half if they're going to win this game.
Finds Zach Reese, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. And he breaks into the open. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Auburn. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Number 8,
Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He'll run it again. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. LSU right back to the line. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They bring the punter onto the field now. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Slips through the line. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Trying to escape and get it himself. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Looking to throw on third. Time to take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. From the gun, the running back looking for room. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Now he's looking to throw it. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Getting some heat. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Unleashes one deep. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd and 10 from the 28. They want to just keep throwing it. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Going to try to get it himself. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. LSU quick to the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Back to pass, it's Hurley. Feeling some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
All right, you dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Tigers! Here comes the two-point try. Looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
He leaves it with his back. Still running at the 40. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll ride the hot hand. And after a very short pickup on that run, we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter.
21, LSU, 15.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. He unleashes a long one. And he makes the catch inside the 15. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Auburn. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Slams it ahead. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner goes down.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way backed up.
On the ground, it's Durham. Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're getting it to your back in the passing game to the perimeter. You're just hoping he can make a guy miss and use his athleticism and speed, but a way better job tackling that time defensively, now setting up 4th.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, LSU.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. The mantra is...
Number 29.
And they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll set up to throw. He's got it. Two-point try is good as they build on this lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse. Going for the big play. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. LSU right back to the line.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in the game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Loss of 4. Brings up.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. To the ground with the back. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game.
They'll try to get him on the fake. And the roll of the dice turns up in their favor as they pick up the 1st down.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the football, gets north and south, gets the 1st down. Nice execution on the fake punt, baby.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be talking about this for